Hey folks, so here I am with Seamus, and I wanted to do this video here talking and demonstrating how to build engagement with your dog. Good. So as you can see, I have my treat pouch on my right hand side. It's very easy for me to get food out. I don't have to have the food in my hand all the time. Good. And all I'm doing, good, is just standing here. And when he looks over at me, good. I'm using that word good. And I'm giving him food. In this case, we're using a mixture of kibble and treats. And that's because he's a puppy. We don't want to upset his stomach, but that's also because we're actually using his food every day to train him with. Good. And believe it or not, if you simply said the word good and fed your dog a good portion of their food every day for them paying attention to you, oh no, you would find your dog would be a lot more attentive and would enjoy listening to you a lot more. So now I'm moving back and forth. Good. And I'm not using the leash. The leash is just here so he doesn't get away from me and we don't go into this cycle of, trying to call his name a bunch of times and risk having failed repetitions when it comes to attempting to reinforce or teach a new or pre-existing behavior. So I'm just standing here. I'm not going to call his name. Good boy. And if he doesn't want the food that I have on my hip, that's totally fine. Good. I'm not going to repeat his name. I'm not going to go and wave my hand in front of his face. I'm going to just create this understanding that the food is here, and if you want it, then come and get it. Good. If you don't want it, that's okay. And I'm going to let the dog naturally come to the understanding that this food is building a relationship between them and me and our communication and them paying attention to us. Good. When it comes to building engagement, especially initially, it may be a good idea to scale back on how much you're feeding the dog or to simply allow the dog to decide how much they want to eat based on how much attention they pay to you. Good boy. So I might, for example, just sit in the backyard with the bowl of food, and every time the dog comes over to me and pays attention to me, I give him some food. I might, for example, go into the driveway and walk back and forward like this. Good. And as the dog follows me around and pays attention to me, I'm going to give them their food. Good. The goal is to have the dogs succeed and to, on their own, good, make the decision to pay attention to me. Developing this basic skill, good, is fundamental to being able to have a dog we can take everywhere, and we will all enjoy going places together with engagement. So when this happens and he's distracted by the smells, once again, I'm not going to say anything. Good. Once I have a dog where in my front yard, in my backyard, good, on our walk around the block, in the car, in the parking lot, can pay attention to me like this for their dog food that they eat every day, good. And I'm more than happy to up the ante and provide them with higher quality dog food to help them during this process, or treats as well. Once there's no struggle and there's no conflict, And when I walk away from the dog, good. He comes over to me for his food. Then I'm really ready to start taking the dog into really distracting areas and ensuring that we're going to be successful. Good boy. If we haven't mastered this basic skill of being engaged with our dog, we may find later on that there is a struggle, even good. When we're using training tools or we're using extremely high value treats, we may still find there is a struggle. So that's it, just a little video on how to build engagement and the importance of building engagement using a 10-foot leash, treat pouch, good, and dog kibble and dog treats mixed together. And this little pup, Seamus, our little boy Seamus. So say bye, Seamus, and remember, we don't blame them, we train them.